Now we will start. Okay. Now we will start. This section partially and totally ordered sets. Okay. 3.2. 3.2. Partially and totally ordered sets. Okay. Partially and totally ordered set. Okay. First of all, we define the term partially ordered set. Partially ordered sets. This another meaning of this partially ordered sets. 4 sets. Okay, 4 sets. 4 sets. First definition for the partially ordered set is definition 3.2.1. Okay, so partial order. A partial order in a set A. In a set A, okay, in a set A is a relation. Is a relation R in A which is satisfied the 3 conditions. First condition is reflexive. The equivalent relation depending the reflexive. Reflexive in both the same element A, A belong to relation for every A belong to. Second one, antisymmetric. Antisymmetric is a new word for you because we already studied the reflexive symmetric transitive for the equivalent relation. Here for the partially order, right? For the partially order, you want to study reflexive antisymmetric transitive. Antisymmetric means suppose you take, right? You take A comma B belong to R and B comma A belong to R. A comma B belong to R and B comma A belong to R implies A equal to B. Okay, A equal to B. It is for the antisymmetric case. Remaining, you want to check the transitive, right? Transitive. Transitive means you already know the transitive definitions because in the equivalent relation, transitive they are not reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. This transitive for here also. To satisfy reflexive, antisymmetric, and transitive, then you can say that the set is partially ordered set. Third one, transitive. Third one is transitive. Third one, transitive. Transitive. Transitive means, okay, that is A comma B belong to R and B comma C belong to R implies A comma C belong to R. Okay, A comma C belong to R. Okay. Now, furthermore, some notations we define here. Furthermore, we define some notations. Furthermore, if a relation R in A, right? In A, define a partial order in A. Define the partial order in A, then A comma B belong to R. Furthermore, if a relation R in A defines a partial order in A, then A comma B belong to R. This notation, right? A comma B belong to R, we can denote it by, right? Is denoted by, okay? Another notation for this part is denoted by like this: A proceed B, okay? A proceed B with sweep, which means, okay, A proceed B, okay? A proceed B, okay? Now you know the definition for the partially ordered set. Now we will do some examples. Right? You want to check that one, that the particular set is partially ordered set or not. Okay. Whether the set is a partially ordered set or not. Example. First example, again 3.2.2. 3.2.2. Let A be a family of sets. Let A be a the notation for A be a family of sets. Okay, family of sets. A be a family of sets. Then a relation in A. Then the relation in A. The relation in A defined by A subset of B. This A comma B sets are belong to this A. Subset of Y is a partial order in A. Is a partial order in A. It's a partial order in A. It's a partial order in A. Right? This example is a partial order in A, right? This example you want to do it. Now I will explain this example. Right? Wait. Now I will explain this example for you. Right? Now I will explain this example for you. Now to understand that, what thing you want to show that whether that's one will be reflexive or antisymmetric and transitive. Is it okay? Reflexive, antisymmetric, transitive. Here, generally you know that, right? Here A subset of B, reflexive case both are same set, no? A subset of A. It's okay. Therefore, reflexive okay. Antisymmetric case, suppose you have two sets, A subset of B and B subset of A means A equal to B. What's the set theory? Suppose A subset of B and B subset of A means A equal to B sets. Both sets are equal. It's okay. Transitive case, suppose A subset of B and B subset of C, therefore A subset of B and B subset of C, therefore A subset of C, therefore transitive. Therefore, three conditions are satisfied, and you can say that it is a partially ordered set. Right? These things I want to write. Okay. First, define the set R. Define the set R. Okay. Define the set R. What's the thing we can mention? A subset of B. For all this A, this B belong to set of all sets A. Obviously, a subset of A, therefore R is reflexive. Let A subset of B and B subset of A This one implies the set theory A equal to B. For all A comma B belong to this A. Belong to this A. Therefore, and this is okay. Remaining we won't check the answer. Okay. Therefore, R is reflexive and symmetric. Let A subset of B and B subset of C for all A, B, C belong to this A. Therefore, this one implies A subset of B subset of C. This one implies A subset of C for all A comma C belong to this A. This one non-zero. Therefore, R is non-zero. Therefore, R is non-zero. Therefore, on this one, therefore, R is a partial order set. It's okay. You can see, no? R is a okay. You can say R is a partial order set. R is a partial order set. Set in A. Next example, less than equal sign. This is also one of the partial order set, right? Next example. Next example. Example. This example you have hand out there, but there's no answer. You should write this answer. Let A be any subset of real number. Any subset of real numbers then the relation in A defined by S less than equal y. S less than equal y. Okay. S less than equal y. You want to show that it is a partial order in A. Okay. Is a partial order in A. Partial order in A. This is another name for this partial order set. Okay, it is called as a natural order in A. It is called as a natural order in A. It is called as a natural order. Very important. It is new name. It is called natural order in A. Okay, natural order in A. Now we put this part. First of all, define the R, relation R, X subset of Y. Yeah, S comma Y belong to this A. Obviously, and this is reflexive. Okay, X less than equal X. Therefore, R is reflexive. For antisymmetric case, let x less than equal y less than equal x. For all s comma y belong to A. Suppose x less than equal y less than equal x means x equal to y. For all s comma y belong to A. Therefore, R is antisymmetric. Remaining, you want to set the non-positive, which is obviously true because suppose let s comma y, sorry, let x less than equal y, okay, and y less than equal z. For all s comma y comma z belong to A. Therefore, x less than equal y less than equal z for all s comma y comma z belong to A. Therefore, x less than equal z. This one means R is reflexive antisymmetric transitive. Therefore, R is a partial order. Yeah, R is a partial order set. R is a partial order set. R is a partial order set in set A. In. Now, okay. Reflexive antisymmetric transitive. Therefore, R is a partial order. Right. Next, we do another example. Right. Another example. That example question also one of the partial order set. Right. Let R be the relation in natural numbers in defined by x is a multiple of y. X is a multiple of y. Then x is a multiple of y. Then R is a partial order natural number. Then this R is a partial order in natural number. Moreover, you want to check this, right? 6 proceed to 15 proceed 3. You want to know the proceed name? Proceed means this 2 are related. That means 2 are belong to R or not. Right? And 17 proceed 17. You want to take this one also. Right? First of all, you want to know that x is a multiple of y. It is a partial order set. Now we do Okay. Right. This question you want to do it. Now we want to check if there is a pass on the order set or not. But they ask to show the pass order set. They ask to show the pass order set. Is this some multiple of y? They are going to have k times y. Here s comma y belong to natural number. Right. This k also is a natural number. Right. Now, for replacing case means x equal x when kept x equal k put 1 x equal 1 times y. That means you can put otherwise you can put y as x, then you can put x equal 1 times x. Is it okay? In this case k1. In this case k1 x equal 1 times x. Therefore R is reflection. For an antisymmetric case, I can do different way, right? I can do different way, right? For antisymmetric case, I will take, right? I will take like this. Let I prove this one by contradiction. Let's check that one. Let x equal to k1y and y equal to like this you take k2x. Is it okay? K2x. K1, K2 belong to. Suppose we take this one and this one, it is x relative to y relative to x. Suppose you want to show that this one, you want to show that x equal to y. For the antisymmetric case, you want to show that x equal to y, no? X equal to y, you want to show that. I assume that x not equal to y. If you assume this one, you won't find the contradiction. Therefore, assumption is wrong. This one wrong, means x equal to y, therefore antisymmetric. It is also another method. Let me check this one. X not equal to y, no? Right. Suppose x not equal to y means what about the k1 value? Not equal to 1 and k not equal to 1. Is it true? Because s equal y means k1 should be 1. Y equal x means k2 should be 1. But not equal, x not equal y means k1 not equal to 1. Another values. Therefore, k1 not equal to 1. K2 also similarly not equal to 1. Suppose k1 not equal to 1, k2 not equal to 1, but k1 and k2 are natural number. Therefore, k1 into k2 also not equal to 1. K1 into k2 also not equal to 1. Now you can use this part, this one and this one. From these two parts you can get x equal k1 by k1. The y part you put k2x. Therefore, x equal k1 k2x. Suppose in this case must be this product of k1 k2, but no, because x equal x, no. There's no other possibilities for k1 k2. Only one is possible. Therefore, k1 into k2 should be 1. Because x equal x, no. Therefore, k1 into k2 should be 1. Is it okay? Therefore, k1 into k2 should be 1. Okay. But this is the contradiction. Because from our assumption, we found that one k1 into k2 not equal to 1. No. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. That means x equal to y. Therefore, x equal to y means R is antisymmetric. Okay. R is antisymmetric. Now, for a Ransity case, let x equal k1y and y equal k2 set for all s comma y comma set belong to is natural. This implies X equal y you can put K to set. Therefore K1, K2 set. This is a relation you can put by the name X equal K3 or something set. Therefore this is the relation for X and Z. Therefore R is transitive. Therefore here K3 belongs to natural number. Therefore R is transitive. X is transitive. Therefore R is a partial order set. In A or something. Yeah. Partial order in natural number. Partial order in natural number. Right? Partial order in natural number. Okay. Now the moreover part we want to check. Right? Moreover part we want to check. Here 6 proceed 2 means this means on side is 2 comma 6 or 6 comma 2 are belong to R. Is it okay? Is it okay? Belong to R means this one satisfy the this. Sorry, you come plus 6 2. It is the element of R. It is okay because you can write 6 as 3 times 2. K as 3. Okay, therefore this 6 plus 2 means 6 comma 2 are belong to real. Sorry, 6 comma 2 belong to this R set. R set you already know that this R set already mentioned. I mentioned here x equal to ky s comma y belong to natural number. In this R, right? S comma y belong to natural number. S comma y belong to natural number. S equal to ky, no? X equal to ky. Therefore, you can this 6 2 proceed 2 okay. 15 proceed 3 is okay. This one also okay because 15 you can write one so that 15 comma 3 belong to R. For this part 15 equal you can write 5 into 3. It's okay. This one also okay because 17 you can write 1 times 17. 1 to a k. Yeah, 5 to a k. Therefore, these are elements, right? These are elements 15, 3 belong to R and 17, 17 belong to R. 17, 17 belong to R, you can read by 17 proceed 17. 15, 3 belong to R, you can proceed 15 proceed 3. And also 6 proceed 3, 2. These are elements in this set, right? Next example. Next example. Next example. Given this let this set will be equal A, B, C, E. Then the diagram that will graph. Then the diagram this diagram called as a bracket graph, right? Bracket graph. You can draw this diagram. There are some relation between B and A, and B to B, B to C, C to A, B to C. It is defined a partial order in this following way. Right? Defines a partial order in W in the following way. The following way. That is, this X proceed Y if, right, whether X equal Y, or one can go from X to Y, one can go from X to Y in the diagram. So that means X equal Y means D equal to D, B equal to B, A equal to A, C equal to C equally, and otherwise you have one can go like here D to B, but B to D is not possible. One can go from X to Y in the diagram like this: C to B, B to C, E to C, C to A. Always moving the indicated direction. Right? This direction they can move. 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 Always, always moving in the indicated direction. Moving in the indicated direction. That is upward, no? That is upward direction. Upward direction. Right? That is upward direction. Not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Is B proceed A. D proceed B. Okay. D proceed B. Okay. B proceed A. Okay. And E proceed C or E proceed A. Okay. And E proceed C. Now you want to check that this is a partial order or not. Right? The diagram is a partial order set diagram. Right? Reflexive, okay, because they mention here both each. Suppose X proceed Y means whether X equal Y or one can go from X to Y. Therefore, reflexive coefficient okay, because suppose S proceed Y means here D proceed D. That means D equal D, no. Therefore, that one okay. But reflexive case okay. B case B proceed B. That means B equal to B case there, no. Therefore, that case reflexive. Similarly for A and C and E. Therefore, we clearly reflexive, which that is like this. Which one we can write here? D. Therefore, D proceed D. Therefore, D equal to U. It's okay. Like that, you can try D proceed B and A proceed A and C proceed C and E proceed E. Like that. Therefore, D equal to D. Similarly, A proceed A and B proceed B, C proceed C, and B proceed B and C proceed C, and D already mentioned E proceed E. Therefore, this W set the relative diagram is one of the partial order, right? One of the partial order. Therefore, reflex C. Reflex C cable is okay, right? Therefore, reflex C. A relative to, so A proceed A, B proceed B, C proceed C, E proceed E. Right? Given division, in the division they mentioned, right? Now, reflexive okay, and antisymmetric transitive you want to check. Antisymmetric transitive you want to check. You know, if B related to A, it's okay. B related to A, okay, it's okay. Right? It is another way to show that antisymmetric. B related to A. Suppose you take B not equal to A. What's the thing you want to show that? You want to show that this A does not proceed B. A does not proceed B. So that means P and Q, right, implies R. Suppose this one falls. This one falls. It's okay. This one falls. Which one falls? Suppose otherwise you can do it like this. Here one of the B statement and another Q statement. P and Q. This R, this your R is false. Suppose here you use AND. R is false. P also true. Then definitely this Q should be false, no? False or true? Means here, suppose we got confused now. That means suppose the argument, right? Suppose this one true, this one false, right? This one true. From true you get false. Therefore, definitely this one is false, no? You take this one true, this one false, implies this. This one true, this one false, therefore definitely this one false. Okay. Now you want to this one false. That means A does not proceed B. Right? A does not proceed B. That's the thing you want to show that now. Let me check that one. B not equal to A, okay. B proceed A, okay. B should proceed A, okay. But B not equal to A, both are same element. This okay? I already mentioned only one direction. B only proceed to A, but A does not proceed B. There's no direction here. A does not proceed B. Therefore, this one does not proceed. That means A comma B. That means A comma B relation R. You mention R relation does not belong to R. Okay, no, there's no mention R. But similarly, what's the meaning of this one? Suppose B comma A belong to R, but A comma B does not belong to R. Any relation, right? Any relation R. In the relation, A comma B does not belong to elements. Okay. This one satisfying means true, false, false. Therefore, this antisymmetry. It's not a unique case. There are so many cases. If C proceed A, but C not equal to A, you take C proceed A. C proceed A is okay. Okay. But C not equal to A. And this one A proceed C. No. A must not proceed C. Like this. If D proceed B, is it okay? D proceed B. Okay. B not equal to B. Okay. Oh, B does not proceed. B does not proceed. B here does not proceed. Right? B does not proceed. B. We have some another. We have some other cases also for this asymmetric case. Now let me check B okay, B okay, BC. BC. Here B to C there. D proceed C okay, okay. And suppose we take B not equal to C to also that C does not proceed. Okay, C does not proceed. There's no way. Now E proceeds C, E not equal to C. Yeah. C does not proceed E. E proceeds C okay, but C does not proceed E. Because C proceed E only, you can say that case. Okay. C does not proceed E. Therefore, antisymmetric. These are possibilities to check the antisymmetric case. These are possibilities for this graph to verify the antisymmetric case. Okay. Transitive check. Transitive D proceeds B. Stopping D proceeds B. B proceeds A. And B proceeds A. But we get this one. But we get this one. This one means D proceeds A. Because D proceeds A means D comma A belong to R and B comma A belong to R. Therefore, D comma A also belong to R like this. Therefore, D proceeds A. Transitive case. If D proceeds C, C proceeds A. D proceeds C and C proceeds A means D proceeds. D proceeds C and C proceeds A. Okay, direction there. D proceeds C there, C proceeds A there. One more case. Let for this case transitive. Okay. Let E proceeds C. It's okay. E proceeds C. E proceeds C and C proceeds A. C proceeds A implies E proceeds A. These three cases are transitive satisfied. Okay. Therefore, transitive in this case, reflexive antisymmetric transitive. Therefore, it is a partial order set. It's a partial order set. It is a partial order set. It is the partial order set. Okay. Now you understand, no? It is the partial order set. Okay. Now another example. Another example. 3.2.6. Let R be the relation in B which it consists elements 1 to 6. Which is defined by okay, which is defined by which is let R be the relation in B 1 to 6 elements, which is defined by X divides Y. The relation R is a partial order in B. First do so that then R is a partial order in B. Then R is a partial order in B. This partial order in B can also be described. This partial order in B can also be described by the following diagram. Which is similar to the diagram in the preceding example, which is similar. Previous example diagram like that, which is similar to the diagram in the preceding example. And similar to the line diagrams which were construct for families of sets, construct for families of sets. And from this one, now you know the B. Now you know B. Let B R be the relation in B, right? We take element 1 to 6, which is defined by the X divides Y. Then R is a partial order in B. The partial order in B can also be described by the following diagram, which is similar to the diagram example, right? Okay, the prosthetic example, right? You have this B consists 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore, you want to construct the diagram first. Here, X divides Y. That's what I will explain, right? How can you draw the diagram? But next, you want to study the case diagram. The case diagram, you can easily verify that. How can you draw the diagram, right? That part's very easy part, right? This diagram here, I want to draw, right? Then you can I can explain very well. Right. In this case, first we take here 1. Right. Here x divides y, therefore take 2 here. 2 divides 1. Okay. Now you put here x1, this one y as a 2, then 2 equal to 1 into 1 into 2. This one okay. Therefore 1 into 2 okay. 1 into 3, another relation. 1 and 3 okay, because 1 divides 3, you can write 3 equal 1 into 3, 3 is integer, 1, 3, 5. Okay, now okay. That's a relation between 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 5. Now 1, 2, 3 okay, you want remaining 4, 5, 6. Here 2 divides 4 there, no? Therefore 2 divides 4. Okay. After you can write 1 divides 2 and 2 divides 4. Therefore 1 divides 4. So okay. Now for 5, okay. 6. 3 divides 6, no? 3 divides 6 because 6 equal 3 into 2. Like that, 6 equal 2 into 3. Okay. This is the diagram. Right. It is the diagram. Now you want to check that one reflexive and symmetric transitive for partial order sets. Reflexive okay because 1 divides 1 okay, 2 like 2 divides 2, 3 divides 3, 4 divides 4, 5 divides 5, 6 divides 6. Therefore, reflexive obviously clearly true, right? First of all, you can write the relations. First, this element for the relations here 1 1 okay, reflexive okay, 2 2 okay, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5, 6 6. It's a reflexive, and also here from this picture you can write the relation 1 to 2 okay, you can write now 1 to 2. What else? 1 to 3, 1 to 5, 1 3, 1 5, right? 1 3, 1 5. Now from 2 to 4 and 2 to 6, 2 to 4, 2 to 6. From 3 to 6 only there, no? 1 to 3 only 4. Therefore, only remaining possible 3 to 6. Right? 3 to 6. Now, remaining 1 to 5 already wrote. Therefore, these are the relations. Now, in this relation, you want to check that with a reflexive exit and antisymmetric exit, transitive exit. These 3 things exit, then you can say that this is one of the partial order set. Right? Therefore, reflexive obviously okay, from this set 1 1 belong to R, 2 2 belong to R, 3 3 belong to R, 4 4 belong to R, 5 5 belong to R, 6 belong to R. So means proceed 1, 2 proceed true, like that 6 plus 6. Therefore, R is a reflex. From this set, R is a reflex. For a antisymmetric case, we can do like a previous example method. Suppose you take 1, 2 belong to R, but obviously 1 not equal to 2, no? Therefore 1 not equal to 2. Therefore, the 2, 1 does not belong to R. Therefore, R is antisymmetric. Like that. Okay. Now we check that one. Now, for antisymmetric case, suppose 1, 2, if 1, 2 belong to R, obviously 1 not equal to 2. Therefore, obviously this 2, 1 does not belong to R. Is it okay? 2, 1 does not belong to R. Therefore, case okay. Let you check 1, 3. 1, 3 belong to R, but 1 obviously not equal to 3. But 3, 1 does not belong to R. Like that for 1, 5. 1, 5 belong to R, but not equal to 5. But 5, 1 does not belong to R. And 2, 4 and 2, 6, 3, 6. You can check that one. For all cases, this condition satisfying. For antisymmetric condition satisfying, they are go in antisymmetric, right? Suppose 2, 4 belong to R, 2 not equal to 4, but basically 4, 2 does not belong to R, right? 4, 2 does not belong to R. Now 2, 6 belong to R, 2 not equal to 6, but 6, 2 does not belong to R. Like that last one, 3, 6 belong to R, 3 not equal to 6, but 6, 3 does not belong to R. Therefore, antisymmetric. Remaining transitive. Suppose 1, 2 belong to R and 2, 4 belong to R. Again 1, 4. 1, 4 is it there? 1, 4, 1, 4. Yeah, 1, 4 is so important. Wait. Yes, I'm pressing 1, 4 there. 1, 4 there and 2, 1, 6. 2, 1, 6. 1, 4 there. 1, 6 also there. Okay, very important. 2 missing. Here so many cases there, right? You can check that one antisymmetric. For transitive case, 1, 2 belong to R and 2, 4 belong to R. It's okay. 1, 2 belong to R, 2, 4 belong to R, 1, 2 belong to R, 2, 4 belong to R, 1, 4 also belong to R. This is there. But like that you can check 1, 3 belong to R and 3, 1, 3 belong to R, 3, 6 belong to R. Therefore, 1, 6 belong to R. Sit there. 1, 6 belong to R. 1, 2, okay. 1, 2, 2, 6. Therefore, 1, 6 okay. Belong to R. Therefore, transitive. Reflexive antisymmetric transitive. Therefore, this is set one of the set. This set relation is a partially ordered set relation. Therefore, R is a partial ordered set. Okay, no understand. No? Partial order set. Okay. This enough, right? Right. Next class we will do some more parts, right? Continue this part. Okay. Thanks for watching this video. right?